Welcome to Friday's market wrap up here at Top Gun Options. Matthew Buckley, call sign Wiz, and obviously just an incredible day for America. It doesn't matter which side of the aisle you're on. The peaceful transition of power here in the United States is something we take sacred. So obviously very poignant moment for the outgoing president as he got on the helicopter and waved goodbye. Obviously, I have my own personal feelings, waving goodbye right back after an 8-year, more or less failed experiment. But the mere fact that Barack Obama was elected president shows the potential power and greatness of this nation, no matter your skin color, gender, or all those special boxes that we check nowadays. So pretty incredible populist speech from our president. It wasn't full of soaring platitudes from a Reagan or a Bush or an Obama, but pretty hard there, and I applaud it. The fact that he used the terms radical Islamic terror in his inauguration speech, when for 8 years the man sitting a couple feet to his left wouldn't even utter those words. And he said, "We'll wipe it from the face of the earth," and he's giving the power back to the people. A lot of previous presidents have said similar things, and it really hasn't happened. Matter of fact, in the last 8 years, it's kind of been consolidated in inside the Beltway there, and hopefully it is going to get back to the people. So, pretty incredible day. I have my obviously own emotions about a lot of things going on right now, but my job is to trade here, Top Gun Options, trade profitably as a portfolio manager, and that's exactly what we're going to do. As a reminder, next week, starting at 8 p.m. on Monday night, we're going to be talking about all these things with our full throttle program. We only do this a couple times a year, but you can grab a slide here. Go to topgunoptions.com/full-throttle, and you can grab a free slot. We already have nearly 1,000 people registered, and by the time our strategic partners email to their lists over the weekend, we'll probably have over 3,000 people, double what we saw for our last full throttle. Why? Top Gun Options was one of the only financial firms to both predict a Trump win and the resulting market rally. So I'm very proud of that. One of my career highlights in the financial field was proving all of the smart money wrong. From Goldman Sachs to Citi, you name it. Everybody was calling for a Clinton victory and a resulting market kind of continuing. I said, nope, Trump's going to win it, and then we're going to have a rip your face off rally, and we did. So come see where I'm deploying our assets in 2017 starting Monday night. Okay, so it was interesting. I was following Twitter and all my stuff during the inauguration, and oh yeah, look, the market's selling off as he speaks. I mean, come on, folks. Let's grow up here. It really is now a time for action. This Trump rally, a little bit of a pullback, profit taking. This pullback was nothing. It was in between Christmas and New Year's. Yeah, I will say Christmas, and was on low volume. So we're trading sideways right now, waiting for action. And we're going to see it in the first 100 days. So I'm ready to put the bull hat on here, even though we didn't hit Dow 20,000. I think we're going to do that pretty soon here. Again, you got 4 Goldman Sachs guys in the cabinet and gal. You got Rex Tillerson in there as Secretary of State potentially. We put on a long call diagonal with a protective put on ExxonMobil this week. Also legged into an iron condor this week on Apple, and this thing's up about $2,000. Really, really nice looking trade so far in Apple. That essentially pays for a week. I wish a full year of an offensive slot in full throttle, and you'll learn about that by the end of next week. And potentially, I could pay for a full throttle max afterburner slot if this iron condor goes right down the fairway, which is starting to look really good on Apple. Risking essentially $4,200 to make $3,300. That's a hell of a good looking trade right now. But for those folks watching every tick today, and the market was pulling back as he spoke. Okay, it went? The S&P went from up 7 to up 3. Oh yeah, that's a big market pullback. Just looking for any sort of nugget to throw at this guy. It's cracking me up. So we're going to get some clarity coming out here. I literally on his first day, he's going to be signing some executive orders or repealing some other executive orders, which God bless America. I can't wait. Oil, a weaker dollar. Obviously, Trump kind of pounded the dollar a little this week, but Janet Yellen came out and soothed us back and gave us our safe space, and the dollar rallied. But oil rising a little bit today, and that's helping out our XLE bull put spread that I also have on. As well. On what? Signs of a tightening supply. But don't forget, I mean, even this week, Brazil kind of told OPEC to pack sand a little bit, as Brazil denied the Saudi production cut request. Remember, these guys, OPEC's full of liars, cheats, and thieves. And that deal that they signed, or November, not, I'm saying last month. God, last month was December. Oil's going to be all over the place. We'll talk about that next week in our Full Throttle as well. But here's one of the things: when that guy waved goodbye on the helicopter, what he left us behind was almost $20 trillion in debt. That's nearly $75,000 in debt. If you are a 1099, a W-2, if you work in this country, you're saddled with, you as an individual, $75,000 in debt. If we wanted to zero this debt out, you'd have an agent knock on your door and say, "Hey, I need a check for 75 grand." Isn't that that's just awful? Glad Warren Buffett is getting on board the bandwagon here. America will work fine under Trump and overwhelmingly supports his cabinet picks. I haven't seen a more classy or educated potential cabinet in my lifetime. Literally, I was a student of political science. I majored in that in college, so I kind of pride myself on knowing what I'm talking about when it comes to that. But, and then you get people like this, George Soros. He's going to fail, would-be dictator. Saying this guy's going to fail is like hoping for the plane you're flying on to go down because you don't like the pilot. Okay, we're all going to die, George. Get on board. I'm glad you lost $1 billion in the election. I hope you lose a lot more money. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Just crawl back under your rock there. And then again, peace, love, and understanding breaking out last night as protesters attack Trump supporters. They're knocking down windows at Starbucks in Washington, D.C. and breaking windows on limos and stuff. Really, folks? Did that happen 8 years ago when we elected our first African American? No. So time for unity, man. Get on board. He's your president, like it or not. I didn't like, obviously, Obama, but I respected the office. I didn't necessarily respect the man, but you respect the office. And Democrats, liberals, and anarchists, or whatever the hell you call yourselves, are really showing your true stripes today as Americans. Okay, I'm not going to say you have a right to do what you're doing, especially if it's violent, but you have a right to your speech. So, again, I'm very fired up. Wish I could be a hell of a lot more fired up, but, we have work to do. I'm really fired up for 2017 as your portfolio managers. We put on some great trades going into the election on volatility and out of the election, getting long vol here, getting short vol here, getting long the banks, and then after technology turnaround, getting long tech. So having a great time here at TGO. Again, go to go.topgunoptions.com/full-throttle, and you can grab your spot for the full week of live trading and training, which is valued at nearly $500. Us opening the door to our squadron, it isn't necessarily cheap, but I'm going to give you a free seat next week, okay? Don't forget to enter your cell phone. It's optional. If you want to get blasted some trade alerts next week, we'll show you how we, as I'm putting on a trade in our live trading sessions, we actually blast them out to our folks, okay? So have a great rest of your day. I'll be back with Monday's Market Outlook, but again, I'll be back Monday night at 8 p.m. for our Full Throttle. Enjoy the weekend and some downtime because we're going to hit it hard next Monday. Okay? Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. God bless, and have a great weekend as well.